wow, I really want that job. You know, I keep applying, I don't hear anything. Call them? I don't know who to call. What would I say? Hi, I'm Pat Frame, and we are talking about following up after you've applied for a job. So in the first case, when you've just applied, online probably, through a job ad or a job agent that you've been using, you're going to need to find somebody who can talk to you about that company, work your network, and learn something about them so that you're a better candidate. But also, perhaps you can make a connection to an employee who can help you. And you want to work through your social media, same way. Do you know anybody on LinkedIn who's there, or who knows somebody who's there? Ideally, of course, you would have done this before you even applied, but this will help you. The important times for follow-up, however, are after you have heard from the organization. Maybe they've called you. If they've called you, you want to follow up a week, 2 weeks later, whatever time frame they gave you. And if they didn't give you a time frame, you better have asked, when can I expect to hear back about this? So that you know when to time your follow-up call or email, whichever is better for you and which is more comfortable. And always, 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 when you contact them, ask if they need any more information about you. That gives you a little hook to be comfortable with your call. And you just want to check on progress. You know, I know things happen, things are slowed down, but you just want to say, I'm still interested, I wanted to check on the progress, when can I expect to hear? Now, if you've been in for an interview and you've really talked to actual human beings in the company, now you really want the time to follow up and follow up effectively. And again, you should have asked in your interviews, every person you talk to, you should have asked, when can I expect to hear from you next? So when you follow up, if they said 3 weeks, you follow up in 4 weeks. And you can follow up 2, 3 times. You can follow up by email, you can follow up by voice, you can follow up both ways, what works for you, most comfortable for you, but also where you can make the best impression. You want to remind them of your interest, you want to remind them of how much you, in fact, offer them, and you want to ask for when you're going to hear about the next step. Don't stalk them. Don't call them every day for a week, but do contact them several times. That's persistence, and that's a good value. You'll notice that after every interview, you're going to be smart and write a thank you note. Thank you notes are another form of following up because they give you a chance to once again show how you could add value to that employer. So, following up after a job ad, hardest way to do it unless you have the contacts. Following up after a phone screen, following up after an in-person interview, always smart, always worth your time. Keep good records so you know when, and do that follow-up. It improves your chances. If you're a decent candidate, it shows you're persistent and it moves you up the line. Thanks.